What is up, guys? Welcome back to New City Mastery. Another video, and today we're going to start from scratch. This is going to be the starting from scratch manifesto. And I love this video. I'm really excited because what it makes me do in my mind is go all the way back in time. So let's do it. Let's go all the way back in time and pretend for a moment. Let's put me back into my old shoes, back to where I started off when I first moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, back in 2019. So literally, let's put me in my old body with the same circumstances, and let me keep nothing except for the knowledge that I have inside of my brain right now. So this video is going to be about exactly what I would do in a step-by-step sequential process to attack this entire thing. But let's look at it like a sprint. Like I'm just going to try and just go as fast as I can from ground zero, starting at absolutely nothing with only using what I know in my head right this second. So let's pretend it's 2019. I just moved to Charlotte. Maybe it's my first day of work. It's Monday morning. Okay, so here we go. Ready, set, go. First thing that I would do right away, boom, I wake up. All of a sudden, it's 2019 again. It's like that movie 13 going on 30, except it's the opposite. I'm like, what the fuck? So first thing that I would do is I'd pull out my cell phone. I would go on my Instagram and I would archive all of my shitty pictures. And so basically, like, I think if I had my old IG back from 2019, I'd basically have to start from scratch at zero. And that's okay, because I'd rather start from scratch at zero and do it correctly than just do like go at it in a way that I know is wrong. So I would just decide to start that from scratch, pull out my phone, archive everything, build that up as I go. That would be the first thing that I did. Okay. So second thing that I would do is I would immediately get into the looks maxing. So that first module that's in New City Mastery, I would literally, everything that's in that first module, I would just do everything on that as quickly as possible, right? So like I'd pull out my phone, I would download Booksy, I'd search for the nearest barber, and I would book the soonest possible appointment to go ahead and get like a bald skin fade, because my haircut back then's stupid, dude. So, I mean, like, and same with my fashion. Like, I would literally try to like make it to the mall like later that day. I would get into Express. Like, I would buy some fucking jackets that look like this. I just bought this at Express today. I'd go to Zara. I would get some pants, and I'd probably just get some plain white shoes and get a couple of different outfits, maybe a couple of different accessories. That's pretty much it. So, like, I'd sign up for a gym membership. I do all the stuff that's inside of the that first module. So like, it would be pretty funny because that week would be like a total transformation of my physical appearance. All right. So the second thing that I would try and do, let's pretend that at this point it's like day 2 or day 3 of starting completely from scratch, would be, I'd start asking people where the best places to go out is. So I would be interacting with people at work. I'd be interacting with people at my apartment complex. I'd be interacting with people at the gym, like literally like everywhere that I would go. Like I would actually probably use this app as my like main opener. Like I could see myself like, day 1 or day 2 at my job, I'd be sitting there and I'd just be like, hey dude, I mean, do you know how to use this fucking coffee maker? I've been trying to get this thing to work for 10 fucking minutes. Oh, yo, what's your name? I'm Brian, by the way, dude. I just started here recently. Yeah, I'm actually just moved here from Colorado, so it's like my first week here, man. Where are you from? Oh, so I would just start chatting everybody up that I knew, and I would just start asking them like, hey, by the way, like, do you know any fun places to go out around here? Like, what is like the best spot to go out on a Saturday night? And so I would run that conversation just over and over with everybody. And I would try to just determine like what's the most commonly like brought up or like most commonly picked place, and whatever is the most frequent, then I'll probably just pick that. And so like I would probably also be simultaneously making friends that way too, because like the more that I talk about, hey, I just moved from here, or it's my first day at work, or like, hey, I just started at this gym, like, quick question for you. that's a really easy icebreaker, and people want to help somebody that's new out, especially if you have just like a good energy and a good vibe, right? So I'd also be simultaneously asking these people at the end of the conversation, like, oh, by the way, we should hang out sometime. Let me know if you ever want to pop out. What's your IG, by the way? Or like, let's stay in touch, get some contact information and shit like that. And so this is all, keep in mind, like this is still a matter of the first week. So I've deleted everything off my Instagram. I've looked max. I've improved that. I've met a few different people. I've determined the local hotspot, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan a night out for a Saturday night. So let's say it's Thursday. I'm on my first week of being in a new city. So every single guy and every single girl that I've met in the last week, they're going to get a text message from me, and I'm going to invite them out to come out to this hotspot on this Saturday night, right? So I mean, like, look, these aren't going to be my best friends or close friends. I'm basically inviting out strangers, which is fine because out of all the people I met or interacted with, like, I bet you I could get at least like one or two people to come out with me, if not like an entire group. So that way I'm not just going to go out somewhere by myself. I might even be able to have enough people that are down to go that I've met through work or here or this or that, that I could actually start my first group chat and actually like merge everybody together and then send a message in there like, yo, everybody, like, we're hitting vinyl, we're hitting Goldies on whatever place it's called. We're hitting Goldies on Saturday night. It's my first night going out here in Charlotte. It's going to be a fucking movie, and just start to build some sense of community around it, even though people are in this chat, like, who are these strangers? So like I would kind of like play into that a little bit, right? Like it's kind of like my first night out. Not really like it's about me or it's my fucking birthday or something like that, but just to give it a sense of like purpose, give it a little bit of like a reason. So then obviously like the next thing that would happen after that is Saturday night comes around. We're still in our first week here, and then we do this night out. So I'm gonna roll up with some people. It's gonna be my first time being there. Obviously, like when we show up, I'm gonna be introducing people that show up from my invitation to each other. So already off the rip, there's people that are getting introduced to other people by me, and they're making new connections, and who knows, they might start hitting it off, and I might start already establishing my reputation as a guy that's just cool and social and connects people and stuff like that. So now I'm in this venue, right? It's this first week that I'm here in this new city, and like while I'm at that venue, I'm gonna be going out and meeting as many people as human possible. Like I'm literally gonna just be opening everybody. Yo, what's up, dude? You got the New York City ball cap. Is there like a lot of people from up north that are like coming down here, or what's up? Like, oh, okay, whatever, that's cool. I'm Brian, by the way. So just meeting and just continuing to tell people like, yo, I just moved here from Colorado. Just chit chatting and stuff like that. You can go through the chit chat mastery that's inside of the course. So I bet you in that one night I could probably make contacts and make connection with like 10 or 20 people. So now basically the key here is that I would repeat this process. So, weekend is over. It's back to the grind. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're back at it at the gym. We're back at it at work. We're getting that money, and we're focusing on just like leveling up, and we're focusing on like improving our value in all of these environments that we go to. Like we're doing the best we can at work. We're working hard in the gym, and at the same time, we're still being social in these environments at your apartment complex or wherever it is that you live, right? So then, like when Thursday comes around again, so now we're on the second week here, I'm gonna be hitting every single person up from week one, but I'm also gonna be hitting up all the people from the weekend, and I'm gonna be telling those people like, yo, let's run it back. Or like basically, hey, like we're getting together again. Or to the guys, I'd be like, hey, I've got some girlfriends we're all going to this or that place on Saturday if you want to come. And then to all the girls, like, hey, me and some friends, we're all going out if you guys want to join. So like, we're running it back. It's gonna be a fucking movie. get people together, and then this time I've got an even bigger pool of people to reach out to. So you can kind of start to see how now there's like this compounding effect, and there's this like squad that's building up. There's going to be people that are bringing their friends. So I'm going to be meeting friends of friends. There's going to be people that are meeting other people through me, and I'm going to be getting introductions, and everybody that I'm talking to, everybody I'm connecting with, I'm getting everybody that I know on Instagram, right? So I'm starting to like snowball this social capital. Next thing that I would try to do after I've really begun to establish at least a foundation of people that I can talk to and reach out to and everything. My first objective in the first month would be to set up my first triple win scenario. So this is obviously going to be specific to where you live and what is available in your local area. But so, for example, in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's a massive lake here. So it's called Lake Norman. And my first objective, like, I would have learned about this or seen this either through Instagram stories or people would have brought it up. Like, it just would have come up on the radar because it's a thing. And so, same would go for you in whatever city you're in. There's something that's going on that you want to go do. So, my objective would be to try to meet somebody who has a boat on that lake. And I'd basically just kind of work that into my discovery process when I was talking to people. Or like I'd also be on the lookout for it through Instagram and stuff like that. So I'd really just try to nail down and identify, a person that I could really hone in on to connect and bond with. And then once I met that person, I would proposition them with my first triple win scenario. So I'd basically just hit them up and just be like, yo, dude, like one of these days we should take the boat out and it could be just you and me plus 10 chicks. Like I can literally invite all my female friends. And so you got to keep in mind, like, this is a function of like, while you're out and about, like when you meet these people and you're having these initial conversations, like that's why it's good to have this like squad with you, like these like female friends, like they might even just be coworkers, and you're not even necessarily like trying to like work them or anything, but you introduce them while you're having a conversation with the guy that you never know who you're speaking with, right? So it's like they automatically start to put together that you're a dude that has like access to female friends and stuff like that. So I would try to set that proposition up. And I bet you that within the first month, I could make that happen. And so that would be the very next thing. So that would be step number 7 would be boat day. And on this boat day, I would get tons of photos. I would do a ton of content for Instagram. And this is going to be where like I finally have something to post that's worthy for like Instagram and stuff like that. And like when I would put it on my story and stuff, obviously I would be super, super classy about it and everything. But it's really rare to see like a couple of guys on a boat with like 10 chicks. So I would try to set it up so that it's like clearly an insane ratio. And from there, that's kind of like, that's when people would take notice. Like, and that's when people start to like reply to your stories and stuff. And they start to like hit you up and ask you questions and just really like start seeking rapport with you, right? So this is kind of where like that ripple begins to happen in the matrix. So after that is like successfully executed, all there really is to do after that is just to kind of like refine this process. So at this point, it really is just about repeating the process and refining everything. So you want to like deepen the friendships that you're making. You want to increase the quality of your Instagram content, increase the quality of everything, dude. Your fitness, your fashion, your social skills. Like as you go, you want to just be improving, and it's going to create more opportunities, and the more opportunities, like the more you can do it. So you just iterate and improve and iterate and improve just over and over and over again. And this is where you start to like really begin to reap the benefits of abundance and social proof and pre-selection. And you can see how like I could literally just start this process and get this snowball going in a matter of just like a few weeks. So here's the main takeaway, and I want to talk to you about the tipping point. So the main takeaway from this is I want you to notice how at no point in this process did I mention going on any Tinder dates or any one-on-ones. Like in fact, if I would have like taken the time out to do that, it would have actually slowed me down and it would have wasted my time. So like that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys is like this is much more productive. There's like very little need for me to have like perfect game or like amazing seduction skills and all of that different stuff. Like it's literally just like knowing like your intention and then like planning and executing. And so that's where like the tipping point happens, like for all my single guys out there. Like basically, eventually at some point here, you're gonna notice that girls are trying to game you. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to escalate on you. And so it's kind of almost like now you're living in this like alternate reality. So, like, my take on that is like, if at this point where there's women that are coming onto you and you're still fucking it up, then you find yourself still struggling, even in this place of abundance with women, then, like, only at that point should you consider getting like a dating coach or really worrying like super, super heavy about these pickup skills and all of that different stuff. So that's it, guys. Hopefully, this video was helpful. Hopefully, that breaks down each sequential step that I would personally take, starting from complete zero. And I hope that this gives you like a mental guide and like a roadmap in order to move forward with your social life, use all of the modules that's inside of New City Mastery, and just completely fucking crush it, dude. So, with that being said, peace out. If you need any more questions answered. If you need any help, go to newcitymastery.com or send me a message on whatever platform you're watching this on. Signing off. Take it easy, guys. Peace.